let's talk about Shadow of the Colossus, the game where our quasi-hero climbs around on monsters and stabs them a bunch. This game was huge when it came out, as it was an entirely new take on action gaming, nothing but boss battles against huge colossuses. 16 of them! Colossus was developed by Team Ico, a part of Sony's developers in Japan. The same ones that made Ico, also for PlayStation 2. In fact, the project name for this game was Nico, as a play on words for the Japanese word for two added to the name Ico. Ico? Get it? Nico? Since Shadow of the Colossus, the only other new game they've released is The Last Guardian, which came out in 2016. That's an 11-year gap between games, although they did work on a PS3 adaptation of their first two games called the Ico and Shadow of Colossus collection. Now for the depressing part of this game, the story. We play as the Wanderer, who has his trusty steed Aggro, and we're working with Dormine, the evil voice that wants us to kill each Colossus in exchange for bringing our sister Mono back to life. Why did she die? We have no idea. Why does the voice want the Colossus dead? Probably bad reasons, we don't know. This game is vague and sad, but interesting. As far as the graphics go, this is top-notch stuff for the PS2. I'm not sure how they use this much power without sacrificing the graphics more, but I haven't noticed any pop-in or lag. And then there's the music, which I'm using in this video. It's top-notch stuff here. Sony put the best of the best into this game, and it shows in every aspect. At the end of the day, every game boils down to gameplay though, and this game nails it here as well. It's a new style of play that I don't think we've ever seen before, unless you count God of War, which came out about 7 months before this game. God of War is another nearly perfect action game, but these two games stand apart. God of War is a non-stop combo system action game, while Shadow of the Colossus is more like climbing a mountain. Well, a mountain that will try to crush you with a club. In this game, you have one goal, and that is to kill all 16 Colossi. One at a time, you will work your way around the world and take them out. A fair portion of this game is spent finding your way to these monsters, but just whip out your trusty sword in the sunlight and it will point you in the right direction. Besides sending you to the monster you'll be doing battle with, this shining light trick will also show you where the weak points of your enemy are. Find these weak points, stab them, and watch black blood spray everywhere is your task as you work your way across these lands doing the evil bidding of the voice. Did I mention this game is a little bit upsetting? Besides battling giant creatures that you have to climb, you also have to hang on for your dear life as they will try to shake you off. You can't hang on forever, and you need to keep an eye on this circle meter over here in the corner. As you hang from Colossus fur, this will shrink, and if it disappears, you'll lose your grip and fall. It's important to find spots where you have a moment of respite to regain your stamina. You may need to climb to another area and chill out for a moment, or you may need to wait for the creature to turn so that its mass is below you. Each creature is different, and you'll need to study its behavior. Some monsters you will have to defeat by paying attention to the surrounding area, and some you need to learn their attack patterns. There are different ways to get to the weak points of each creature, so don't feel like you can't find any shortcuts. I promise you they exist, and there's even a time attack mode that unlocks once you've beaten the game. This is a good time to remind you that you also have a horse. You can ride your horse, stand on his back, and even jump mid-stride. This is something to keep in mind while devising your strategy. At least this game never has you lose your horse in the swamp of sadness. They look like big, good, strong hands, don't they? Now for the bad news. Whenever I play a new game, I avoid guides unless I get stuck. Only after beating a game do I consult the guide. Well, unless I'm making a video about that game, much like this. Then I'll go ahead and dig through some guides to see if there's anything interesting I missed, and that is the case here. As you're meandering towards the next Colossus, there are little creatures everywhere. I thought it was a nice way of adding some depth to the world of this game, but it turns out you can actually shoot these things and get health. I had no idea. I wish I had known that going in, but in all fairness, I'm only about halfway through this game, so at least I know now. On that note, I guess the way to get these small creatures is with the bow and arrow, the often overlooked weapon in this game. Well, I assume it's overlooked often as I haven't taken a poll or anything. Am I the only one who forgets about this weapon sometimes? I don't ever forget about it when I'm playing Zelda: A Link to the Past. What would Grandpappy Link think if he knew? Would he look down on me with those judging eyes and think to himself, this guy's a total noob and clearly has daddy issues if he's drawing video game characters to fill the void deep within his soul? Look, I ran out of things to say about this game. I don't want to spoil it by telling you about each unique monster, but there's just not much to say, okay? Fight bosses, climb them, cut them, and occasionally use a bow? You know what? Forget it. This video's over. Subscribe to my channel. Oh man. This may be the wrong time to come back, but I'm still hiding in these videos. I was hiding right here this time. You guys suck. Get better at finding me, losers.